Hey everyone, welcome into Bleacher Talk presented by Via Luna. We've got another fun live edition of Bleacher Talk.
2 in 1 week.
2 in 1 week. We love it. We're in my neck of the woods today though. We're in Tukee, getting ready for the Tukee Bowl, which is happening tomorrow. We're starting off with some Desert Vista player today. We've got Jai Rodriguez and Devin Grubbs with us, and we're talking all things Desert Vista versus Mountain Point. Big game for you guys. I know this is like the rivalry game, neighborhood rivalry. What has preparing been like for y'all this week?
Yeah, so we've really just gone out, and it started last Saturday when we started watching film and stuff. Just coming back after a great win and just coming in, playing fast, practicing fast, just getting ready for this week.
Feeding off that, for you, Devin, you've had a pretty good year on the ground, if I say so myself. I mean, you got Jai up there blocking for you. What's that been like for you this year?
Yeah, Jai, he's a dog, so he's been opening up holes and just opening up for me to just hit him, run the ball, take it down the field.
So I talked with you before the season even began, and you've got a new coach this season, Ty Wisdom, and when we were talking over the summer and the beginning of practices, you were saying that the culture had kind of changed and you felt like it was going to be different this year. What can you say about the impact that he's made on your team?
Yeah, he really pushes us to our full potential. He's just a hard-headed coach that, we needed here at Desert Vista. We needed that tough love, and he comes in and he provides that for us.
Speaking of that, so having Coach Ty Wisdom in there, what's your relationship been like with him this year, getting to know him this year and, just seeing what he's all about this year?
Yeah, throughout the summer, we're just building a relationship, and I just love the intensity he brings, and he just brings new life to the team. Coach Hines was great. I love him. But, Coach Wiz just brought new energy, and we just love growing closer to him.
Do either of you have, like, a story you could tell us about Coach Wisdom that would kind of sum up who he is?
So I remember I met Coach Wiz like a day or two before everyone else did. And I walked up, great guy, started talking to him. And then when the whole team came in, he got right to work. And he told us how it's going to be and, it's going to be hard and stuff. And he's going to push us to our full potential for sure. And he's lived up to that name.
For sure. Do you have one as well, Devin?
Yeah, he gets straight to the point. When we first met him, we knew he was all about business. And then, he just brings the energy. And part of that is just how lively he is during the games, all his reactions. And I love to see it, because he's very passionate about the game.
I can see it works. Both of you smile like really big when you mention stories, so it's obviously working at this point.
Well, guys, things are different this year. Unfortunately, y'all did not win a game last season, but this season you're going into the Tukee Bowl with the same record as Mountain Point. Does this feel like a rebirth of this rivalry? Like you feel like this is going to be the game to watch?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Going in with the same record, it kind of just lights that fire a little bit. It's going to be a great ball game, great 48-minute ball game for sure.
And on top of that, too, it's a new trophy, right? You got the old one, you got the new one as well this year. I mean, what would it mean to win this game? You finish the regular season at 5-5. You get the higher seed in the 6A playoffs if you win this game. What would that mean to you?
It'll mean a lot. Basically, we're just going to – if we win it, which I feel like we have a great chance of doing that, we have a great opportunity, it'll just we'll just put our foot through the door and just bring new energy, new opportunities, and give us a good mindset coming into the playoffs.
Just for fun to get to know you guys a little bit better, I want to get superlatives from both of you. If you guys know what that is, I'll ask you each one. For you, who would you name the music expert on your team?
Oh, definitely Charlie Allison. He always brings the heat before every practice, after every practice, for every game. He's always, you ask him for a music request, he'll tell you, nope, I got my thing, and it always turns us up for sure.
All right, and I know you guys probably don't have a whole lot of time for TV, but let's say you're looking for a new show to binge watch. Who would you go to for your next TV binge recommendation?
Probably Jack. We call him Jackula. He's just real different, so he's got a good variety of shows and movies that he likes to watch, and it's always interesting to see what he's watching.
I've got one more because it's somehow become my thing the last couple of weeks, but who's the best dancer on the team? Who's got the best moves?
I would go with Kai Hibbler.
I'm probably
coming from Memphis.
Kai for sure. Frankie Viria probably for sure. Yeah.
Why? Like, why? What does he do that's so special dancing?
Just the way their body moves. They don't care. They do different stuff you've never seen before. It's interesting.
We're going to have to find that on the field tomorrow.
We'll be looking for that. We'll be looking for that for sure.
Definitely.
Sweet. Well, I thank you guys for taking the time to talk with us. We're having a lot of fun here and have some fun today, have some laughs and some food.
Enjoy your day off of school.
Yeah, enjoy the day off. And we'll see you guys out there tomorrow. Good luck.
Thanks for joining
luck.
us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we're just having fun. We'll get the next group of players in here. I think we're going to get some guys from Mountain Point that want to come over and join us. You guys can come on in.
You guys
if you want to come
switch
join
seats?
us, and we'll keep it live here, and we'll just have some fun.
I might have to let you through, huh? There's a little bit of a height difference.
Oh yeah,
here.
this is live right here. This is as live as it comes. We're gonna have fun. We've got some cutaway shots. We've got some talking, and we're really excited. Great venue here. We've got some really cool helmets. If you guys are watching this live, feel free to comment which helmet's better, which trophy you like better. If you can see them, we got the old one, we've got the new one, and now we've got 2 Mountain Point players coming in. I'll have you guys say your names so everyone out there knows as well. So what's your name?
Jack Plody.
We got Jack Floaty here with us.
Sebastian Enriquez.
And Sebastian Enriquez as well. So we just talked to 2 guys from Desert Vista, and they're saying, it's nice to see that the Rivalry is reborn. They've kind of been rebuilding the program this year. What does it mean to just be able to play this game and know that both you guys are competing for playoff spots? Because the winner of this game is probably going to be higher in 6A come playoff time next week.
Just compete for that higher seed in the playoffs, trying to see who is the better matchup in this game, and then see who gets a better matchup in the playoffs overall. So
I've talked quite a bit with your coach, Eric Lauer, early in the season, and he was saying your mission this year was to find your identity. What would you describe Mountain Point's football identity this year as?
I would say it's just finally going out there and playing football with the best of our ability and having confidence to do what we can do and be ourselves on that field.
What kind of confidence did it give you guys having an early, start to the season? You started off the season with a win. How big was that in kind of setting the tone for what you could do in 2021?
I think last year how we got blew out by Corona and coming out in our first game, beating them, definitely gave us a huge confidence booster. And then going 2-0 since 2016, that was crazy too. So I think that altogether gave us the big confidence we needed.
And Jack, for you, I know you're one of the leaders on the team. What's your relationship like with Coach Lauer?
we have a great relationship. We always text back and forth. He's a great guy, so I'm always open to talking to him. So he's always in the locker room talking to me about what do we want to do for this game and stuff like that. Uniform combos, everything. So.
So you helped pick out the uniform combos. What's your favorite one so far this year?
I don't know. I like all black, but I think the gold helmets, black jerseys, black pants are one of my favorites.
So those ones right there.
These ones
right here. I'm getting everything mixed up. Speaking of that, too, you guys are both wearing home jerseys. That's pretty cool, right? In a rivalry game to both wear home jerseys in this game. I know Desert Vista, as you guys are as well. It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, we're allowed to.
That's awesome.
So what has practice been like over the last few days in preparing for Desert Vista? What do you think is going to be the biggest challenge in this game?
I feel like just keeping our heads up when things don't go our way and just keep on pushing forward. Practice has just been not really preparing for Desert Vista, but preparing for playoffs in general.
So moving into this game as well, I mean, what do you see from Desert Vista that you think you guys really need to focus on in order to take them down this week?
I think they have good athletes, better athletes than they had last year for sure. So just not worrying, but just focusing up more and getting these scout team reps in and playing it how they play. So yeah, just making sure we have everything crisp and clear, focusing on their defense as O-line and as an offense, just really making sure we know what they're all doing on defense.
Well, I think I want to get into superlatives. So the next one that I've got for you, if you could name, who do you think is the best dressed on your team?
Probably our quarterback, Chris Arviso.
What's his go? Is there an outfit in mind? What type of stuff does he wear that you're yeah, he's our best dressed guy?
Probably his shoe game.
All right.
It's the shoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The shoes make the fit. You got another one?
Now, yeah, who do you think always gets on the aux? The superlative is the one that will take over the aux court at any given time.
I used to have the aux, and then I gave it away for who was it now, Jawan Kennedy and Amir Boyd. They have the
Okay.
aux.
What were your go-to songs when you were in charge?
I don't know, anything really. Rio de Young OG, and I don't know. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, I've become the dancing guy, even though I have like basically no dance skills. Who on the team's the best dancer? Would you guys say?
Damn, I don't even know.
I don't even know. We don't.
Not one of you guys?
Not one of you guys?
Not me.
It's okay. Me neither. I don't have any dance skills. I like to dance though, but no skills.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming on and chatting with us. Enjoy your day off of school. Best of luck tomorrow, and we'll be watching for the outcome.
Thank you.
Good
Yeah.
luck, guys.
Good
You
luck,
want to
guys.
send over to DB guys?
Yeah, we'll have some more players coming in. But Claudia, I mean, so far we're having a lot of fun. I can smell some food. They got some stuff up there getting set up for this event. It's going live at 11:30, and I'm excited for this game. It's the 25th matchup between these two for the Tukee Bowl. You can see all the previous winners. I know you probably can't see it on camera, but the old trophy, we got everything there. And now, as a rivalry is renewed, they get a new one as well if Claudia will get out of the way, which isn't too hard for you to get
There
out of
we
the way
go.
sometimes, right?
Yeah, no, I'm surprised I'm actually blocking it.
Yeah.
But no, this is a game that, I've been told about since I first arrived here because I live in Tukee. So, these are the two schools that maybe down the line, if I stay here, maybe I'll have a future football star playing for either Desert Vista or Mountain Point. We'll see. But this is what I've heard about, it's the Tukee Bowl and it's the rebirth of a rivalry. You guys are going in with the same record. Real quick, can you introduce yourselves?
Hi, y'all. I'm Tavian Dennis. I play safety.
Look at that. All right. He's ready for the camera.
I'm AJ Micus. I play center.
Okay.
Well, guys, like we were saying, it's the rebirth of this rivalry going in with the same record, which, last year y'all went in with the same record too, but, it's a little different this year. It's a little different. What does feel different? Have you been preparing differently?
Well, I'll say this. I recently transferred in from Cesar Chavez, and this is my first Tukee Bowl experience. This is a bigger game than I've probably ever been a part of, and I'm just happy to be here.
What does it mean to you just to know that this rivalry is renewed and you're kind of being a part of it, especially with a new trophy this year to kind of showcase that it's renewed too?
Yeah, it feels really good, and just coming in here with like a new coach this season and everything, and it really feels like we have a new team this year.
So we're talking about the new coach, and early on, you knew he was probably going to do some good things. Over at Horizon, he was very successful. What has he brought to your program?
Since the first day I've walked in, he's brought a lot of energy. Early mornings, people might be tired. He'll be hyped. No one pushing in, bringing in voice, bringing in energy, and it just makes everybody elevate. Their attitudes, their mindsets, their physicality during practice and warm-up film sessions, everything.
For you guys, is it early morning practice or early morning weights?
Both.
Okay. You've got it all. Either of you have a story about Coach Ty, just seeing him out there? Like the first time you met him, is there a story to you that just kind of stands out that sums up who he is?
Just the first time I met him, I could just tell that he was going to bring a lot of energy to this program, which we needed, and bring a lot of tough love to this program with our all gas, no brakes slogan. And I feel like that he really brings that to the table.
You took the words out of my mouth because I interviewed Coach Wiz over the summer before y'all even really got started. And I think he used all gas, no brakes like 6 times in the interview. So how much do you feel like you're really living and breathing that?
From the day I walked in, that was the message. All gas, no brakes. We're going to keep pushing forward through thick and thin, through tough times, hard times, good times, and just keep pushing forward,
For you guys too, so not looking past the game, but you got this game. There's a lot on the line. First off, you can take the lead in the series if you win. Also, you can get the higher seed in the 6A playoffs with the win. So what do you guys think you need to do at this point? It's Thursday. The game's tomorrow, so there's not much more left to do to prepare. What else do you guys think you need to do to win that game tomorrow?
I think we really need to come out with a lot of energy and come out fast and really just come out fast. Yeah, sorry.
What is it? This is your first year with Desert Vista, like you said, but what is it about this game that feels different?
It's just like the community coming together. I've been hearing about this game since probably the beginning of the season, and it's great to be here now. Everybody talking about it. The teammates hype, other teams hype. It's a real surreal feeling.
You guys came together as 2 teams to become one for this food drive. Is that correct? What did that mean to you to be able to, put rivalry aside and be friends? And it seems like a lot of you guys really are friends with the other team. But what was that like?
It's great to come back and give back to the community. Some things are bigger than football, and to be able to help others that might need it more than us, it's a real great feeling.
What's your favorite part of just this whole week and the food drive and the game coming up? What's been your favorite part so far of just coming together as two schools and two teams?
Probably just the food drive is a really great thing, just to put football aside and really show that we are a community aside of football, but also just coming together to practice to show that we can come together and also compete.
All right, we've got superlatives now.
Yes.
Who on your team is the biggest hype guy? Either of you guys can answer. You can name someone different, but who's the hype guy?
I'd say I'd choose two people. We got either Charlie Allison or Frankie Vieira. They're both like the what do you call it? Like the livest person in the room at all times. You know, they're always happy. They're never down. They're pushing people up when they make mistakes. They're just great guys. You know.
I see you nodding.
Unanimous?
Do you agree?
Yeah, I would say Charlie Allison as well. He's really he really brings a lot to this team, and I don't know how much energy we'd have without him.
Well, like I said, either of you guys can answer for this one as well. But is there anybody on the team that has a hidden talent? And what is it? Singing, playing an instrument, anything like that?
Would either of you have a hidden talent?
Yeah. And if so, can we see it?
I do not. I don't personally, but I don't know who else would.
We can get some help from the crowd if we think anyone has a hidden talent.
Best hidden talent.
Hidden talent?
Going once.
Frankie,
Okay.
Frankie Vieira raps.
Oh, really?
He does.
Man, I wish we could get some of that on the live stream right now.
Yeah.
Can either of you guys rap if we give you a beat? No. Oh, you guys have some video of it. Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
that's awesome. I've got one too. I have to ask everybody. It's been my thing for like a month straight. I don't know why I have no dance moves, so I don't know why I'm the dance guy. But who's the best dancer on the team?
Probably Charlie.
Probably
Allison.
Charlie
Yeah,
Allison.
wow. So hype guy, dancer. All right.
He does it all.
He does it all. So he's the hidden talent, basically, except not so hidden. I think
Awesome.
between the two of us, it sounds like I must be the dancer because you've been
Probably.
kind of like,
I'll dance. Not
you
good.
will.
Not good, but I will dance.
That's me with singing. I can dance, but not sing. Anyways, we appreciate you both coming on
Yeah,
and
thank you
chatting with
guys.
us. Best of luck tomorrow. We're
Yeah.
looking forward to
Best
it.
of luck. We'll keep things rolling here. We'll have two more players from Mountain Point joining us as well. Claudia, this is so much fun. I'm having a blast
enjoying
right
it.
now.
Yes.
This is
And shout
so
out to
much
Chris Peterson, who is absolutely killing it on the live stream. We upped our game. from
we
2
took
days
it
ago.
from 0 to 100 in just 2 days.
Real
all 'cause
quick.
Chris Peterson
Yeah,
helping
we
us out.
really appreciate it.
Absolutely. We barely knew what we were doing. We had a lot of fun though for the
Yeah.
battle for Arizona Avenue on Tuesday out there with the Rotary Club in Chandler. That was a lot of fun as well. Talked to a lot of great players there. But
Two
this
really
today-
exciting games, though.
Yeah.
Like, really exciting. It's going to be a good time. All right, we've got two new guests with us. You got the drip out.
Oh, both of you coming in.
I think that was tucked in when you first arrived.
Cool.
always out.
Always out. Got to keep it
Awesome.
up.
Well, real quick, we'll have you both introduce yourselves and your position.
My name is Amir Williams. I'm a running back at Mountain Point High School.
My name is Jalen Rushing. I'm a running back at Mountain Point High School.
The last name fits the position. Right? You get that a lot, right?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Born,
annoying?
born ready.
No, I like it. I like rushing. It feels good. It just fits right.
Okay.
All right, guys, the Tukee Bowl. It is here tomorrow. What has the excitement been like around this game?
I think the hype this year is definitely up to expectation than it was last year because of COVID and everything. So I think everyone really gets the full experience this year, and I think it's gonna be great.
Doubling down on that full experience, what's it been like for you this year, just having a more normal season and having this season where you have a chance to possibly win this game and get deeper into the playoffs as well next week?
It's been great. My first Tukee Bowl experience, varsity experience, was during the COVID year, and it just was. It wasn't the Tukee Bowl I remembered. Like going to as a kid, it wasn't the Tukee Bowl I remember. So having all this hype and all this excitement about it just feels amazing.
Wait, so going as a kid, what's your favorite Tukee Bowl memory from your childhood, if you got one that comes to mind?
I think one was it was a really packed game. I think it was the 2018 game. I think so. I don't remember, but it was really, really packed, and the whole sideline was just excited. And me as a kid, I liked football, but I wasn't really focused on the game. I was just playing around, and then for a moment, I just looked on the field, and it was just excitement. Whole crowd was just into the game. That was my favorite memory.
Did you grow up going to the Tukee Bowl?
Yeah.
All right. So any memories for you?
Yeah, mine was when I was in 8th grade. I went to one of the games, and it was like I was like small and like younger, so it was like real packed and like loud and like the rivalry was like actually there, so it was it was real exciting.
Last year, Mountain Point and Desert Vista went in with the same record. One that's a lot different than what you're going in with this year. What feels different about this year, and why do you think that you've had such a successful season after kind of a down year last year?
Honestly, just being able to have more time, like connecting with our teammates, and especially like going to camp and everything, like it like just brought us closer, made the chemistry way better. So we were just able to come together more as a team, and that's why we're got as far as we've gotten.
Yeah, we're over
While
here
your
just
teammate
staring.
is trying to intimidate you over there.
There now. It might be more me doing that anyways, just being a goof. For you though this year, I mean, what's your relationship like with Coach Lauer?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I ask about him for everything. If I'm running the play right, if I'm doing this right, if I'm hitting the hole right, it's amazing. Our connection is solid.
Do you have a story about him that sums up who you think Coach Lauer is as a person or a coach?
It was actually the first time I met him. I was just roaming the hallways. It was like my sophomore. I was going into my sophomore year. It was started sophomore year, and he was the new coach. And I haven't met him yet. I just heard his name, Coach Lauer, Coach Lauer. And I was walking towards the weight room, and he was like, "Hey, Rushing, you think it'll be good for a varsity running back?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll be straight." He was like, okay. And it was just that moment. It was that first little hit of varsity. I was like, "Ooh, it felt good." And just that was the start of our connection.
It's the chills that it gave you. Okay.
Spurge, my favorite thing about your questions is that he starts answering them and then he's over here smirking because he's got a story too. So now I'm curious what yours is.
I first met Coach Lauer when I was a junior, and it was like, how do I put it? Just getting to know him as a person, like he comes out as a real funny guy, like he makes a lot of jokes, but he was like mainly surprised with like my size and like my speed, like being able to move as fast as I am by as much as I weigh. So like that was like, it was always a joke there, like a little inside joke, but yeah.
What's a typical joke that maybe could be an inside joke that we wouldn't get, or just one that's just funny? Like, what's one of the typical jokes? Either of you can answer.
What's one he be saying? I know he says it during the huddle.
It's like for sleeping, like getting rest before the game. Like he'd be like don't be on FaceTime with that little ugly girlfriend all night.
Oh yeah, that's don't be on FaceTime with your little girlfriend all night. Get some rest.
Oh, that is great.
Like that.
Well, speaking of Coach Lauer, I've talked with him quite a bit, and he always just brings up identity, and that's what you guys were chasing this season. What do you think defines your identity as a Mountain Point football team this year?
Probably our mentality, being a lion. A lion's the king of the jungle, so it's like we run the show. We have a thing, ETC, embracing the chase. So it's like, always mission driven, always focused, chasing goals.
And looking at this week as a whole before we get to the game tomorrow too, I mean, what's it been like? I know you guys have been doing the food drive and kind of coming together as two schools. What's been the coolest part of just being involved in this week ahead of the game?
Coolest part is just the fans just coming up to you. Y'all ready for the Tukee Bowl? It's just, you're ready for the Tukee Bowl? You ready for this? What you gonna do this game? Oh, you better put up this game. It's just the fans just ready for it, excited for it, like it should be.
I can't eat when I'm nervous. Are you guys nervous? Are you guys gonna enjoy the food here today? Like, what's your vibe like?
I'm more anxious, just ready, want it to be tomorrow already.
But you won't have an issue eating?
Nah.
You got to eat up before the game, huh? Okay. Awesome. Well, real quick, we'll have you show off the drip because you said that you always put it out. So are we always dressing like this, coming out to events like that?
Always icy.
I love it. Well, guys, we really appreciate you coming on and chatting with us about the Tukee Bowl. Best of luck tomorrow.
Appreciate it. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Enjoy the food.
Absolutely enjoy the food. Gosh, this is a good time. I think we're going to, we were talking about having one coach at a time. I think we'll go ahead and say it loud and proud. Coach Lauer and Coach Wiz, if they're around, we'll bring them on in with us and we'll have a good time there. We'll see if they come in. But until then, we're learning so much about this.
I'm so absolutely excited. It kind of drives me crazy that the Hamilton-Chandler game and the Tukee Bowl happen on the same day, because these are two of the biggest rivalries in the Valley. And we're going to have to choose or go to, leave at halftime and scurry on over to the other game, which honestly I think is going to be what I have to do.
Yeah, I was chatting with Zach Elvira, who may join us. I know he'll be here in a little bit too. And he was saying, I wish one of the games was an 8:00 game.
Yes.
Because we can get to both. But it's going to be a lot of excitement, and we're going to have so much fun. You guys can come on in anytime. We're going to have you guys together.
You can sit in front of your perspective.
Sit in front of your helmet. We're going to have some fun with you guys together. Why not? This is all about bringing the community together and having a good time. So, yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Coach Lauer, appreciate it. Coach Wiz, appreciate it. We'll start with you, Coach Lauer. I mean, just this week, putting everything together and working together and having the food drive, I mean, what's that meant to you and your team?
I think it's cool to, along with the rivalry, to do something positive together and keep it more, keep it real, keep it positive, along with a great rivalry game. So it's been great. Everyone
I've talked to who's been following the Tukee Bowl for years is kind of like, this is the year, it's the rebirth of the Tukee Bowl. Does it feel that way to you? I know that this is your first season with Desert Vista, but do you feel, glad that you get to be a part of this rebirth?
I mean, it's a great rivalry, being out here. It's my 8th year in Arizona. People have talked about the Tukee Bowl, since I've been here, and obviously it's a great rivalry, and I've been reading up on the history of all of it. So just super excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, everyone keeps mentioning the fans. They'll be out walking around now, and people are like, hey, what are you going to do in the Tukee Bowl? How are you going to play? How are you going to play? Do you guys feel that energy too? Do you feel that energy around town?
Not too much. I mean, a lot of the kids and, the history, the neighborhoods of the people that have grown up around here remember certain games and timelines and events that have gone on around the game. You try to keep your kids even keel and make sure the game doesn't get too big. It's still football, and we just need you to do your job. So you have to be careful that this is more for the fans and their student body. The players, you actually want to get them to be dialed in. So it's a balance you want to keep, for sure.
So your motto at Desert Vista is all gas, no brakes. Is the pedal to the metal right now that you're kind of heading into the final game of the regular season? You've got the playoffs to think about?
Yeah, I mean, we try to keep the pedal to the metal all the time. I mean, whether it's, in the weight room, in the classroom, all that stuff, and holding these guys accountable. And I really think that's how you build a program. So the kids continue to buy in. They know, like you heard them say a lot, there's a lot of tough love. Sometimes they got to learn the hard way. As far as, last week we sat 7 starters because they couldn't get to practice on time. So it's continuing each day to continue to get better. And like we talk about, all gas, no brakes, and that's in all aspects of it.
So a few of your guys said you have jokes. And you can tell us?
I have jokes. Not really. I just try to keep it lively as we get going. It's the monotonous of doing it over and over again that they sometimes get frustrated with, but you have to remind them that's what allows you to do what you do Friday night and have fun. So we try to keep it light at times as we're pushing them. It's an acquired taste, football is, and we just try to encourage them and sometimes try to keep it light. Yeah.
So both teams get to wear home jerseys tomorrow. How special is that for a game like this?
Yeah, I just found out yesterday, so I don't know. Like Coach talked about, I mean, that's stuff that I don't really worry about. We can only control what happens in the white lines and different things. That's stuff for, I guess, the media to talk about, our administrations to talk about, stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm just excited to be a part of the game and the football aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's going to be fun. They're enjoying that they can have that. And some players said they usually pick out the jersey throughout the year, and now they're liking they got the home jerseys. Seeing the new trophy, what does that mean to you? Did you guys help with the design? Was that more so the schools doing the designs? How'd that work out?
There actually was a previous coach that got with some Valco in the Valley and produced the trophy that we've had for the last couple of years, but we just brought it out today for this event. So, yeah.
All right. Well, we've got you both here, so we might as well put you both on the spot a little bit. What is it about Mountain Point that you think is going to present the biggest challenge for your Desert Vista team tomorrow?
They got a tremendous amount of athletes everywhere. Super dangerous team on both sides of the ball. You get their athletes in space, they're a problem. And defensively, they're flying around, show a lot of multiple different fronts that cause problems. So we'll have our hands full tomorrow, but we'll be ready to go.
What does Coach Lauer have to watch out for?
You know what? We got to take care of the ball offensively, fly around defensively. Hopefully we can create some turnovers. But like I said, it's going to be a great ball game tomorrow night, like it always is.
All right, now same to you. What do you know about this Desert Vista team?
Yeah, no, I think we parallel each other in a lot of things with athletes and getting after it and trying to beat people to spots. So I think we're ready for a big game. Both teams are pretty balanced, so it's going to be exciting. And you want it to be a great game considering the hoopla and the pageantry behind it, right? So we want to cap off with a good game tomorrow night. So we're excited.
What does he have to watch out for?
We're just going to try to be deliberate about what we do, and continue to try to establish our identity. You get respect by the hard work, and that's the Monday through Thursday. So we're hoping that pays off for us.
And we don't want to get too far ahead, but how do you feel like this week especially prepares you for the playoffs? We know there's some seeding on the line. We know the 500 records on the line. How does this game prepare you guys for a potential playoff run?
Well, I think down the stretch here, mentality is huge. So you don't want to stub your toe with the loss, even though you're going into the playoffs. You want to be in a nice stride. And I think that would do that for both of us, with a win.
So I know as coaches, you're focused on the game, but for us walking in here today, the Desert Vista guys were here first, Mountain Point guys walk in, and it was just so friendly, shaking hands, saying hello, like looking like old friends. I mean, how important is it to have a friendly rivalry in a situation like this?
Rivalries, I think great rivalries are built on respect. You respect it's not the, it is an emotional game, but when you play this game the right way and great rivalries, you look at them around the state, around the country, they're built on respect and the respect you have for those opponents.
Yeah, you want anything to add on there?
No.
I stumble over words.
I think the same thing. When you respect who you're playing, they force you to work even harder, and that's a good thing.
So I've been asking your guys for superlatives. That's how I've kind of been finishing out these interviews. So as coaches, I'll ask you each, which guy would you, if you had to sit out a game and you, for whatever reason, you're like, I have to pick a player to be the coach of the rest of this game, who is the player that you're going to give the headset to?
It's tough. I got a few, but I'd probably give it to Devin Grubbs. He's a kid that's not going to blink. He's been playing for 4 years. He's been injury prone, so but he's one of those kids that doesn't blink in adversity, things going on, and kind of everybody just looks at him when stuff does happen, like, okay, how are we going to respond? And he's been that guy for us, even just on the sideline when he's been injured.
And Coach Lauer, you had a couple extra minutes there to think about it. So who would you choose?
Yeah, I think quarterback play is huge. And our quarterback's done a good job of distributing the ball around to everyone, pass game, run game. So just his leadership and keeping the machine rolling, I think that's huge for us. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Coach, we appreciate you both being on. Best of luck to both of you tomorrow. I'm sure it's going to be a great showing. We're excited about it.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Have a good one. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the day. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. Gosh, this is so much fun. You know what? I see our friend Zach Elvira, so you're gonna stall for a second.
All
I'm
right,
gonna go
there
grab
we
him
go.
right
We're
over
gonna
here.
Zach, let me
You're
tell
gonna
you,
take over the show.
Is the Tukee expert. Anything I need to know about Desert Vista or Mountain Point, he's the go-to guy. He works for Tukee's newspaper, so he's always on the beat for Tukee. All things Tukee, here we come.
Come on, Zach. Squeeze you in the middle.
I already gave you quite the introduction, Zach, our Tukee expert.
You with questions.
Tell Brad he's
still live.
Yeah, there we go.
Brad, if you're
You know
watching,
that, Brad?
Zach Alvira, he's done some great work on the college scene with us too, on Audibles.
I need the Sports 360 shirt. It's only right that I get a Sports 360 shirt now, right?
I feel like you should just have a shirt that says Tukee Expert, because Zach, you know everything about both of these schools. When I asked him on Audibles the other day to kind of give us a prediction for outcome, his reaction was, "Dear Lord, no, I am not going to do that because I love both of these schools." But what can we expect out of this game tomorrow?
You know, this one I think is going to be a reset of the rivalry. I think both teams are definitely a lot more improved this year. Both teams are in the playoffs right now. I think they're both locked into the playoffs, and they're separated by just one position in the playoffs as well. So I think really, honestly, we're going to see a game much like the 2019 contest that went down basically to the wire. I think team with the last ball is probably, or with the ball last, is probably going to win this game. It's going to be exciting.
So cliche.
I know, right? Yeah. I'm extremely excited for it. It's going to be just, it's time for this rivalry to take another step. And, you know, it being the 25th anniversary, I mean, they're tied 12-12. I think it's only right that it's this year.
Who are the players that anyone that's going into Tukee Bowl that knows nothing about these teams, who are the players they need to watch out for?
Definitely Chris Arvizo, quarterback from Mountain Point. He's only a junior. Last year as a sophomore, he had to sit 5 games after transferring from South Mountain. This game, actually, he kind of came in and solidified his spot as the starting quarterback for this team going into the next year. Absolutely lit it up against Desert Vista. On Desert Vista's side, you know, Christian Clark, the sophomore running back, he's been really, you know, taking over that backfield with Devin Grubbs, you know, being absent with a shoulder injury. Devin is here right now. I don't know if he's playing yet. I guess we'll have to see. Might be a game time decision, but either way, those two guys especially are ones that I'm really excited to see how they do in this game.
So when I've talked to Coach Wiz and Coach Lauer in the past, they each bring up always the same thing. So for Coach Lauer, it's what's their identity. They've been chasing their identity. And for Coach Wiz, it's all gas, no brakes. How much do you think that these two teams really live up to those mottos?
Oh, 100%. Mountain Point really found their identity, I think, last year in this game, actually. That kind of propelled them into a very good offseason where they were able to get in the weight room for the first time in over a year. You know, they were able to actually play catch with one another. They weren't able to do that throughout the entire summer last year. So I really think that they've embraced the chase, not to be cliche about it, but they've really embraced this. Yeah, right. They've really embraced this new culture with this coaching staff. And then Desert Vista as well. I mean, they've just been going very hard all throughout the offseason, all throughout the summer. Coach Wiz has them going in a very good direction, and same thing with Coach Lauer at Mountain Point as well. And it kind of helps when you have, guys like Devon Kennard and Norris Vaughn come back and talk to you during Tukee Bowl week. Because, all the stars have to come out with this game.
Hey, you've been out there a couple of times this week to see the two teams. I mean, what have you seen so far that just tells you this is going to be a really good game?
A lot of energy from both teams. Like I said, they've both been kind of inspired by, with Devon being the alumni, obviously went off to USC. He's playing for the Cardinals. He's been to that level. He's played in these games. He's won these games. And then Norris Vaughn, obviously, is just a legend at that school. I mean, you talk about Mountain Point coaches, and you think immediately Carl Kiefer and then Norris Vaughn. So those two alone, just being in the presence of these teams, I think has really helped them focus. And like I said, just kind of be ready to go.
So I don't know if you know this, but my very first high school Arizona football game I went to was that Mountain Point Corona del Sol game to open up the season. And I kind of went into it with low expectations, if we're being honest, out of Mountain Point, just simply because of their record last year. But you're talking about the Tukee Bowl kind of being what set the tone for this season. When you look back at that first game of the season, did you expect that outcome?
I kind of did, because I knew Mountain Point was going to be improved. This team returned a ton of starters. Amir Boyd made the transition from quarterback to wide receiver. Now he's obviously shining as a defensive back as well. Got his first major offer, I should say, from Nevada, I believe, at defensive back. So, I knew they were returning a ton of talent. So I expected this team to be much, much better than what they were last year. Chris Arvizo missed 2 games, but those are 2 games that they probably could have won. We could be talking about a 7-3 or 6-3 Mountain Point team going into this week. And Desert Vista, the same thing. There's 2 games Desert Vista really should have won this year. So, I mean, in reality, both of these teams are just much improved. And yeah, honestly, I expected Mountain Point to win that game against Corona. And I expected them to be at this point where they're in the playoffs and they're, obviously playing for a higher seed at this point.
So we gave our picks on Tuesday when we were at Battle for Arizona. We're not getting your pick.
Nope,
We're not going to get it.
Not doing it.
Refused.
Refusing to do that.
Nothing will sway you.
Nope. I think, it's funny because I don't remember ever giving my pick for a game that I cover. So I think it's one of those things where like I'm going there, I can't show that I'm rooting, quote unquote, rooting for another team. No, there's no chance that you're getting my pick for this game.
So
Big J journalism. Yes.
Yep. Big J journalism.
well, one thing we've been doing with all the players and the coaches is superlatives, but I think that these guys, very well. You've spent an entire season. How long have you actually been covering? Is it just this season or?
This is my fourth Tukee Bowl covering it.
Wow. Okay. So like I said, Tukee expert right here. So I'm going to give you a couple.
Okay.
And, if you want to pass, you can pass. But one of the first ones I asked was, which guy do you think has the best taste in music, or would you rely on for picking, a hype song before the game?
Ooh, man.
And you could pick either team if you want to keep it simple. Yeah.
I'll go one from each. I think I have to go Tavy Dennis from Desert Vista. I feel like would be able to get the team hyped up. And then from Mountain Point, I think, man, maybe Devin Sparks. He kind of brings out, it gives off that vibe for me. He's kind of the guy who takes control of the Spotify in the locker room.
I feel like this one will be easy for you. Who's the best dressed on both teams?
Well, probably Devin Grubbs. It's funny because we were doing a little like promo photo shoot, for this game, like doing impact players and all that stuff, and when we had Devin taking a picture, regardless of whether or not we knew he was going to play or not, but all of his teammates were kind of getting on him for being like, what would they say, like fancy Dev or something like that. So it's kind of funny. So I think
fancy Dev.
So I think Devin is the one I have to pick there. As far as Mountain Point goes, man, maybe like an Amir Boyd.
Maybe. Like an Amir Boyd or Amir Boyd?
I think Amir Boyd. Amir Boyd, yeah. Amir Boyd probably would be my pick, honestly.
Well, I know Spurge has a question he's been asking everybody that he's bound to ask you.
It's probably. Is it going to have to do with the Fox at ASU again?
No, not the Fox at ASU. We had all the puns and the breakdown after the game. The over-under, I think, was 4. I think I hit 3. I was actually very impressed that I hit the under on that. But no, I'm also the dancing guy. I can't dance at all. But I'm the dancing guy. Who's got the best moves you've seen pre-game, post-game, whatever on this team? Or either of these teams?
Man, it's actually funny because just the other day in practice, I saw Devin Sparks again, kind of, getting down to the music a little bit there at Mountain Point.
That's the name, Sparks.
Sparks, yeah, Sparks on the dance floor. Who would be Desert Vistas?
They kind of had a tough time with this too.
I feel like maybe Antonio Delgado.
Okay.
I feel like Antonio's the type. He's a wrestler. He's a big kid, big linebacker. He likes to wear those like shorts that go well above his knees. So I really feel like he'd be the one that would like, not be afraid to really get in there and maybe some breakdance moves, little things like that. I think Antonio would be my pick.
Okay. Which guy do you think on both teams will be a future coach, maybe at Mountain Point and Desert Vista?
Ooh, definitely Jack Plody. Okay. Jack Plody from Mountain Point. I think his older brother came to the program. His older sister is a graduate from Mountain Point as well, played sports. That's a family I got to know very well. Wrote a story about his dad and his football journey. I think Jack really loves Mountain Point, and I really think that if he had the opportunity, he'd come back and coach in a heartbeat. Much like Kenny Lacey has done, much like Miko has done as well. He used to play linebacker for Mountain Point. So, this school in general has had a lot of alumni come back. So kind of cool. I think it would definitely be him. Desert Vista, they have a history of D linemen coming back. So maybe, actually, it's funny. I think, who would I pick? Maybe Jai Rodriguez, actually, from the offensive line. I think I could see him coming back for sure.
Jai has a lot of leadership, in him.
Yeah.
That I've sensed that in him. This is my last one, and then Spurge, you can close this out if you want. But which name on each team will everyone know one day?
Ooh,
that's a good
lot of pressure here.
There's a lot of them. There's so much talent on
I'm making you pick one.
You're not escaping this one. You escape
All
your
right.
game pick, so you can't get out of
One
this.
each.
So Mountain Point will be Amir Boyd. Amir is going to do some very special things at the next level. I think he's signing in December, so we'll know fairly soon where he's going to go. I think he is going to be extremely, extremely special in college because he's got that skill set. Desert Vista, Devin Grubbs, I think, is going to be the next great NAU running back. I really think that. This is a kid who I've said this for years now. If he doesn't get injured the last 2 or 3 years, I think he's a Power 5 running back. So, and we've had a lot of those come out of Arizona. So,
Hey, well, they're taking the trophies away from us behind us. I think they're ready to get things going over here. So we're going to close this out. Zach, thank you for coming on and, being our final guest on our very
Tukee Bowl expert.
Yes.
Zach Elvira.
It's
Not
official.
picking a game.
I tried. Yeah, definitely. You're not getting a pick out of me. That's for sure.
Once one of these, though. So, Brad, if you're
Brad, I need
watching.
one.
Well, it's well deserved. It's well deserved.
Oh, the black ones are lost somewhere. We're going to get those eventually.
They're on a ship.
They're on a ship somewhere?
They're stuck
Just lost.
away.
Lost at sea.
Lost at
Yes.
sea.
Awesome. Well, Zach,
Great.
I feel weird shaking your hand because we're much better
always-
friends than that. But,
Yeah.
for the camera.
Yeah, we'll do it for the camera. But
appreciate it.
yeah, this was a great time as well, Zach. I'll go ahead and steal your seat from you. We'll wrap this up real quick.
Thanks
and,
for joining us, Zach.
Hop out, yeah. We're good. Yep, we're going to wrap this up because they're getting ready to start the event. Here's a fun episode of Bleacher Talk, 2 live shows in 1 week, maybe a third on Saturday. We'll keep you guys updated on that, coming at you live on YouTube. But thank you to everyone for having us out here, Desert Vista, Mountain Point. You guys are putting on a great event. We're excited for the Tukee Bowl this Friday night. And, that'll wrap it up. Have
Thanks
a
for
good day,
joining
everybody.
us on Bleacher Talk.
Good job, guys.